From a container loading perspective, if you're loading containers, Jake has added a unique ID for if you place an order, and let's say in this example, it's for 3 containers worth of product. Over on the right, where he notes the container number, CTR 1115, that's a unique ID that can be passed along to the ERP so that later on, when it comes to somebody actually physically loading the container, this is how it was planned as far as, these items go in this container, these item goes in this container. So it's just a way to tie those two things together if that's important. And so this, you would find this in the container loading section of place orders. And then we can talk about this one too, because this goes right along with it. The container loading, Jake added a shipping window, and you can see group by ship window. If you check that box, then it allows you to assign a window in time so that we'll group specific items into a container, meaning if I order product and it takes 30 days to manufacture a certain group of product, but 90 days to manufacture some of the product on the same order. Well, if it's not within a 10-day window, we don't want the product necessarily that's manufactured in 30 days to just sit there. We'd probably rather we ship it and then ship another container later with the other product. And so this just provides logic to help group things based on when we think they're going to be done. And Jeffrey will go into the container loading and show you the unique ID and the ship window at the same time.
On this particular order, as we're looking at it, this vendor, by the way, has associated container loading parameters like weight and cubes and a few other factors like that. But the window that we're looking at up in here is over on the edit side. And if we go over here into the order containers, one of the things that you will note is if we select a various container that's out here, we pick a loading strategy, we'll keep those items together in the overall next screen. One of the things that you will notice now is that overall container ID has been associated with each one of those, so that, again, they can be passed over to the overall ERP system. So that is where we are highlighting the container number that's in there. Now I'm going to go back to the previous screen, though, and we're going to talk about that container loading in the overall ship window. So you will notice that there are a couple of items down in here, group, and we can show that window. So when we highlight this, this then gives us the opportunity to say, do we want to plug in 10 days? Do we want to plug in 5 days? Whatever that might be. And then what that'll do is help with the grouping on the overall planning.